Well, hello you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Dwarf Fortress. Going into today, I don't really know what I have planned, if anything. Just gonna kind of start up a new game here and see how we're feeling along the way. One thing I do know is that we're gonna get crazy, we're gonna get feisty, we're gonna get creative, and do something stupid. And you know what, just going through this process here, I'm already starting to formulate an idea, I think. You know what's always fun in Dwarf Fortress? Minecarts. Always a good time with minecarts. And yes, by good time I mean frustrating and terrible time. A bad time for our dwarves, that much is guaranteed. But for us, should be pretty interesting. Let's hope anyways. And so with that in mind, we've generated a world with plenty of metal. And as for our dwarves, well, we're gonna make sure to bring some mechanics along. Gonna need a lot of mechanisms made. The spot in which we're settling is going to be close by to goblins, so maybe some weapon traps could be set up to help fend them off. And aside from that, we have a miner, a mason, woodcutter, all that boring stuff. Plus we're bringing a lot of ropes and some geese randomly selected. And really that's pretty much gonna about do it. And with that, here we go. Allow me to welcome you to Alanosesh Kinem Dobar Kel Bambul Anil. Gear spins. The beautiful metal mechanism of glory. Yeah, you can see our location right here. It's not too bad. We're settled on the slopes of this hill right here, which, you know, not a bad spot, not bad. Got some area to play around with. We can look down, see the lowlands down here, bunch of trees, and back up the hillside, and we can see it goes up quite a bit. Not so many trees up there, but there is plenty of stone. And most importantly, you can see a bunch of ore in there too. We've got platinum, malachite, magnetite, some limonite, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be all set. And so what do you say, dwarves? Ready to get on with it? Okay, break. There they go. Okay. Now let's see. First things first, we're gonna get some trees cut down up here. I want to get a windmill set up so we can actually see if there's any wind power in this area. That's gonna be pretty important for our minecarts. And we'll just do that up here real quick. Should just take 2 shakes. And while that's getting done, you can have a look over here and see our home we're digging out. Whole bunch of rooms in here. Got a meeting hall, got some bedrooms. Just a temporary thing, but it's gonna get the job done absolutely fine. Ah yes, and if you have a look over here, you can see our windmill, just spinning absolutely fine. Wonderful. We do have wind power. 40 wind power per windmill too. Excellent. Okay, powered minecarts are gonna be a thing. Now, okay, I'm thinking about it a little bit more, and how about like, something I've always wanted to do is make a transit system with minecarts, which I know isn't really possible in Dwarf Fortress with like just the way minecarts work. But we could certainly have a stab at it now, can't we? Even if it is going to be a total just a mess. Couldn't hurt us. It'll definitely hurt the dwarves. But they're pioneers. We're making history here, dwarves. Anyways, having a look back down, we're setting up a little area down this way over here where we could potentially test out a track. That'll be done in a second. However, a more pressing concern is what the hell Nil is doing up here. I'm not sure what this dwarf is doing. Just kind of standing in this field. I don't know why. There are many things to get done, and they're just kind of frozen here in place. We're going to keep an eye on them. We got stuff to do. Again. Oh, and they're off. That was weird. Well, it's going to earn you a nickname, my friend. Loafer. Yeah, I don't think things are going to end well for this dwarf. Just don't go loafing on those tracks, huh? Or you'll be in some real trouble. Moving on. Having a look back down this way here, you can see our test track. We have it all set up now. Might be a little tough to tell what's going on, but you can see there are 2 stops here, as well as 2 sets of rollers which are connected up to a windmill. Now, let's see what happens when this dwarf brings a minecart over. Okay, they put it on the track there, circling around. Okay, they get into it and ride it over to the right, where it stops at the other stop. Oh, it looks like they're going for another ride there. Yep, back to the left. Wonderful. Okay, and so that's kind of how minecarts work. Now, the tricky thing is going to be that dwarves don't automatically intuit like the shortest path to take. Like, they couldn't be like, oh look, there's a minecart right here connected up to rollers. I'm going to hop into this thing and go a little bit faster. The only way to get them to actually ride minecarts is to set a minecart specifically to be pushed always. So this car right here is commanded to be pushed every single time it can be, pretty much. And so you get situations like this dwarf just like nonsensically going left and right here. You've got to be able to use this for something though. The only thing I can think to do is maybe like set your 4 up in a certain way. I don't know, I'll have to do some thinking about that. But we could figure something out. Hey, now would you have a look at that? We have some migrants already. And having a look, it looks like most of them are woodcutters. You know what? That's actually probably pretty good. We're gonna get all these trees cut down and turned into charcoal, because we have some smelting to do. Get to it immediately, dwarves. You can see already our home is starting to get a little bit cramped, but that shouldn't be a problem. We're working on a new place down underground right now. It's getting there. But on to more pressing concerns. Down over here, we have our little test track set up, remember? And there's something I want to try, okay? You can see I've put a couple of pressure plates on the actual track here. That's those little pink icons. Now, those should be triggered by the minecart when it passes over them. Let's see how this works. All right, so I'm gonna pull this lever here and get the bridge to go up in the middle. Right now it's laying flat. There we go, bridge is up. Hopefully somebody can jump into this minecart, go over that pressure plate, and put the bridge down. You know, just kind of like, yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we come. Somebody's hopping in. They hop in, go over these rollers, and just, okay, they just slammed into the bridge. Didn't hurt them though, so that's good. I don't really know what that pressure plate did. The thing is linked up, so it should be fine. Well, let's try this one over here. They put it on the other side. Jumping in over the pressure plate, and that one seemed to work. Okay, and they even went over that second one there, which put the bridge back up, I guess. Or maybe back down. Very confusing. I'm gonna tell you what, pressure plates are not my thing. And in fact, it looks like the bridge just went down and smashed our minecart into a zillion pieces. Luckily, a dwarf was not inside, but yeah, it seems like we've got some stuff to figure out with this whole thing. Maybe a longer path between the pressure plates and the bridge is warranted. Gotta keep that in mind. Okay, if you have a look over here, you can see our dwarves cleaving away the forest. I wasn't kidding, we're gonna need a lot of wood. And a good portion of that wood is going over here to this area, this walled-in square, inside of which we're gonna put a bunch of windmills that are gonna be generating power for rollers, which we're putting down underground. Got some pretty lofty goals in mind. And actually, in light of our terrible ineptitude with minecarts, you'd think we'd do some more planning or something first, just so we can, like, you know, figure out pressure plates maybe, but, well, here we are. It's gonna be fine. Oh no. Loafer. Looks like there was a bit of an accident over here in the clear cutting area. A tree has fallen on top of Loafer and has mangled her leg, and her guts is mangled too. Okay. You were probably loafing over here, weren't you? Troublemaker. You gotta pay attention, my friend. We'll get a hospital set up, but until then, just don't die. To that end, we should probably get some access to water real quick, and hey, you know what? Want to see a fun little secret? It's a way to find caverns, really easy. It's definitely a cheat though, keep that in mind, but what we're gonna do is build a farm plot, okay? And we're gonna make it as big as possible, 10 by 10. So you get this 10 by 10 square on the screen. Now we're gonna take this thing and try to place it down underground in this undiscovered area, and we're just gonna move it around a bit, just to see where we could put this thing. Of course we can't put it down here, it's down underground. We haven't even accessed this area yet. But if you have a look over in the top right there, oh, you see that? See that change right there? Oh, what's that? That kind of tells us that there's something here underground. And if we keep moving it around over here, oh, like right there, you see that? If we move it around now, you can see we can place it here. This is telling us that there's ground here. This is a cavern floor. And if you look up in the top right there, we're negative 40 spaces down underground. But we just have to remember that there's a cave right here. Again, very cheaty, but it gets the job done. We could just pretend the dwarves are using their tremor sensing whiskers to like feel the stone or detect hollows in the earth. I don't know. But what I do know is that it works. Get to digging, dwarves. And yes, just moments later, we find a cavern underground. Hey, when you look at that, it does have water. Lots of water. Excellent. Something we can use. Having looked down this way here, you can see the elves have arrived for trading. Hopefully they're not too put off by our miles upon miles of absolutely destroyed forest. And as far as trading goes, we didn't really do too much with them, but we did get some food, some barrels, and a rattlesnake, because I thought that'd be fun. Again, elves, sorry about the trees. Back to it. Now then, I have something I want to try over this way here. If you have a look here, we have a track, and it's kind of weirdly shaped. It's 2 tracks, but it turns into 1. I don't know if this will work, but let's give it a try. Okay, put the minecart on the track, and here comes someone to push it, and okay. Hey, that works out pretty well. And that is just stellar, because, well, I've already made a whole lot of infrastructure based on this idea, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. And if it didn't work, then that would have been some bad news, but, well, here, let me show you. Okay, here we are. Don't panic. Do not panic. I know it's a lot to take in. Here, let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Okay. Here's the fortress underground. We've been very, very busy. Here, we'll start at the entrance. Here it is. There's a little ramp that goes down underground, twisting around in sort of a spiral. And then the dwarves go down this tunnel over here. And they get to this junction right here and go straight up into the meeting hall. Tables, chairs, everything. Got some bedrooms over here. Many levels of that. We actually have enough bedrooms for all the dwarves now, which is kind of shocking. And then down over this way, we have our barracks, where we do have several dwarves training already. Now then, my idea is that, okay, so you'll notice this hallway that goes around our entire fortress. I think we can funnel invaders through that, okay? And so while goblins are trying to go up and around our fortress to get into the fortress proper, we can have our soldiers here jump into minecarts right over this way and then go sailing down the tracks. We're gonna get a bunch of rollers set up so that they can go whooshing down this hallway here, probably fast. I'm hoping fast. But whatever the speed, I'm hoping we can get them to go down this track here. You can see we're using that idea to kind of like funnel them onto 4 tracks, and then they're going to bend up this way here and out into the hallway. Okay? And I'm even going to continue those tracks out into the hall and kind of go down the center of it. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work, but it sure is going to be interesting. Just got to get a bunch of these mechanisms set up. This is extremely tedious. But luckily we have the dwarves now, 67. And actually, since we've opened up the caves, a lot of monster slayers have shown up, like a real lot of them. 19 of them, actually. They're looking to go down to the caves and kill some monsters, but we haven't let them do that. They tend to just die out there. You know, having a look at these rollers, I'm noticing they kind of look different from one another. I don't know if that means I've done something terribly stupid. Well, I suppose time will tell. Okay, and here we go. Our track is mostly complete. Just have one more axle to put in place. Any second now. And there we go. Okay, the entire thing is kicked into gear. We're looking good, I think. Very exciting. Okay. Now if you have a look over here, you can see a dwarf bringing a solid gold minecart to the track. I figured that'd be apt. Nice and heavy. And with any luck, this dwarf will put it on and then jump into it and ride it up to the north. Oh, there they go. Okay. Yep, riding it. Okay, there it goes. Boy, that really took off. Wow, much faster than I thought it would go. I didn't think it would get all the way to the end of the track there. I thought I'd have to put rollers all through that other hallway there too. So now we know a minecart will make it all the way to the end of the track. Now our question is, how big of a mess is it going to be if we have 10 minecarts on here all trying to cram up through that hallway at the same time? Let's find out. Okay, I think this should do it right here. Okay, here they come. Somebody just gave birth in that moment right there. So that's something. Well, good luck, baby. Okay, we can see already that they're not pushing the carts. This could be hazardous. Oh, you know, looks like one of them pushed a cart actually. He's heading down the tracks. That one is too. They left their baby behind though. That's stupid. And now we got a baby on the tracks. Careful. Oh no. This doesn't bode well. The carts are going down the track, so that's not bad. That's exactly what we want actually. But I think it's gonna take a little bit more planning to get it to where we want it to be. Uh-oh. Looks like there was an accident though. A minor accident, which is to say one of our miners got slammed with a solid gold minecart. Really, it looks to be quite a major accident. Ooh, boy, yeah. The gold minecart strikes the miner in the right lower leg and the injured part is crushed. Oh yeah, that was a pretty bad accident right there. Got some arteries torn, pretty ghoulish. Well, hang in there, dwarf. Thank you for your contributions to our project. Okay, take two. I think we could do this even better. Just one moment. Okay, I think we're ready to go now. This time what we did is close up a bridge at the end of the cart hallway. We'll have it open in a second, but the hope is this will prevent any civilian dwarves from jumping in a minecart. Anywho, grab your babies, let's get to it, dwarves. Okay, they're heading out into the minecart room now. And okay, there they go. Okay, there goes a couple of dwarves. It seems to be working. It is, one of them just pushed a cart. I don't know why. But it looks like the majority of them are riding down. And if we have a look up top here, they are heading out into the goblin hall with their weapons and their armor. Oh, that's pretty excellent. Okay. I'm liking this. Great potential, methinks. Just imagine a solid gold minecart with a fully ironclad dwarf in it just charging down the hallway here. 700 pounds of metal just screaming down towards the goblins. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be real good. Might be a tad finicky, but it is working. And that's all that matters. Ho ho ho, looking down this way here, you can see the elves have arrived once more. Let's hope they braced themselves this time. We have really been doing a number on that forest. Highly productive dwarves. Anyways, we're gonna do some more trading because they have a female rattlesnake this time. We'll have a male and female now. And then maybe we could do something with those. Highly intriguing. Now then, back to cart antics up here on the surface. Got a little bit of a test track going. I want to see what happens if we push minecart onto rollers that are going in a different direction. I'd like to think the cart would just go in the direction the roller is pointing. This one here is pointing to the right, but I guess you never know till you try, huh? Let's see what happens. Okay, see, that didn't work. Noted. Back to the drawing board on that. And of course by drawing board I mean fully implemented infrastructure. I had a feeling that thing wouldn't work, and so that's not what I did here. However, what I did do, you know what, I'll get this thing rolling and then I'll explain it. Okay, here they come. Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work so well. No. Okay, but I mean, okay, it's working well enough. I made one little mistake. You can see down here we have a minecart going back and forth rapidly. But the other two are going around these rings absolutely fine. I figured we can lead the goblins through this hallway here. They're gonna have to come through this hallway in order to get to that top hallway where our soldiers are gonna be. So I was like, why not put some carts in there too? But yes, it looks like we have some minor modifications to make. Though I will say that is a very interesting reaction. We had seen before that putting a cart over a roller and expecting it to change directions doesn't work. But this one down here is just bouncing back and forth between these two rollers. So maybe they can be shoved backwards in a direction? I didn't expect that. Yeah, I'm gonna get this thing reset and I'm gonna Try to see how many carts we can fit on here exactly. Just one moment. Okay, take 2 on this. The rollers are spinning, and there goes the minecart. Now, the question is, can I assign multiple minecarts to these things? I would think so. Here they go, placing those vehicles. Wonderful. Oh, except we have one guy going the wrong way. Why are you going that way, you idiot? Whoa, daring. That's what I like. I don't know why he chose to hop over the tracks like that, but, well, as you can see now, we have multiple carts on each track, making quite a deadly hallway here. Very interesting. Okay. So this is definitely a bad place for goblins to be right now. Let's put some more carts on. Trying to get 3 carts on each of these tracks is kind of a pain. Doesn't seem to be working quite like I'd like it to. Because there's so many carts on each track, they will stop every once in a while. Kind of get clogged up, you know? Especially on the outer ring, which I find kind of shocking. There's more space out there, you know? In any case, I'm sure one of these solid gold minecarts is going to ruin a goblin's day. And in the end, isn't that all that matters? Up to 139 dwarves now, which is pretty impressive considering it's our 3rd year, I think. Keeping up with it too, for the most part anyways. Turns out we can't just trade for food and drinks. We were running out pretty quickly. So we sent every single dwarf out to gather plants, rendering the forest pretty much a barren wasteland at this point. The rattlesnakes aren't doing a blessed thing over here. No eggs whatsoever. Disappointment. Loafer has given birth to a child, who we've aptly named Little Loaf. And another additional very interesting bit is that we were attacked by goblins. It was a couple years ago actually, I didn't even mention it because it wasn't a big deal, but it was a group of marksmen. They came in, shot up the place, and were promptly killed by monster slayers. So those goblins are out there and they're angry too. Jeez, okay. What did I do, summon them? It's like they heard me. Well, yeah, as you can see down here to the south, we have a large group of goblins moving in just now. Beak dogs, trolls, everything you'd expect from a goblin siege. And yeah, it's a big one. Looks to be a big one. Okay, time to get those carts a-rolling. Now just 1 second here, goblins. Got to close up these gates real quick. Because we've run into some minor difficulties over here on the minecart track. Just getting a couple things set up right here. Oh, somebody, yeah, we had somebody die. Okay, we had 2 dwarves die on the tracks. One of them died previously, and another one was trying to clean up the carcass real quick. Now there's just blood kind of... Oh. Okay, so, boy, this dwarf is taking an awful lot of minecart hits. What was that, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, that's a tough dwarf right there. Okay, all right. We're gonna pause things and maybe close off this section of hallway for now. Save it for the goblins, minecarts. Settle down. But yes, how we feeling, dwarves? Ready to take on some goblins? Now we're gonna open up this hallway down here. This leads to our trap hall. You can see over here we got some traps set up. In case we ran into goblins earlier, I wanted to have something ready for them, you know? So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. We got some mining picks, we got serrated blades, everything. Oh, and here comes the trolls. Wonderful. Yeah, they're gonna come test them out. They're eager to die in the trap hall, it seems. They're just getting mulched up. Troll limbs, bits of fur. Oh yeah, that's good. And we see a few have passed through. Wonderful. And it looks like they're going to be the first into the minecart hall, where you can see a monster slayer has tested out the minecart tracks after we last looked. Got dwarf blood all over the place. There's got to be a better way to keep those guys out of there, huh? Well, this severely wounded monster slayer looks to be giving these trolls something to deal with. Yeah, he just took them out, no problem whatsoever. Wonderful. Yeah, keep at it, Slayer. The wounded slayer's going into the weapon hall now. Here they go, following. Nope, looks to be about it. Oh well, you tried. After that, looks like we have some beak dogs coming in, dying. More trolls, more beak dogs. They're usually the first ones in. My goodness, I don't know. I'm not even sure if anything's gonna get past this hallway. Oh, having a look down here, it looks like we do have a troll approaching the minecarts. Don't be afraid, little friend. Looks like the troll looked around the corner and was like, oh, the hell's that? Backed up over in this corner now, just looking up to the north. The hell is that? Come on, go ahead. Well, no matter. We have a bunch of goblins coming in now. Here they come, just marching down the hall. They see the troll and they're like, what's your problem, dude? Go ahead. Yeah, here they come. Oh, those poor goblins. I don't envy them. Oh, dodging. Here we go. The first slamming right there. We have an unconscious goblin on the tracks. We have a swords goblin and a beak dog. Beak dog got slammed. Oh, yeah. Man, this is great. They're just getting thrown around all over the place. This is excellent. Yeah, you can see some of them just get put. One goblin just got thrown straight out of the hallway. We have one goblin who appears to be fairly unwounded at the other side now. Oh. Who walks into a weapon trap, just gets absolutely obliterated. Yeah, we got a couple goblins getting through, but whew, man, oh man, would you look at this hallway. Oh, that's terrible. These carts, I thought these carts would get stopped up by all the goblin wreckage, but doesn't appear to be the case. That's fantastic. Okay, warriors, how you feeling? We have 2 squads now, all fully trained axe dwarves clad in iron, and we're gonna get them in minecarts. See how that goes. Though I have a feeling it's not gonna go well for the dwarves. We have things unpaused, and we do have dwarves heading to the minecart hall now, though they don't seem to have much interest in jumping into minecarts. That one did. We had one dwarf jumped into a minecart and slammed into a monster slayer who was stupidly standing on the track for some reason. But they continued down. Well, here's hoping some others will join Melville in a second. Yeah, Melville is down here and is picking off goblins as we speak. Hopefully they don't run into this hallway here. Could be pretty dangerous. I told Melville to get stationed down in a safe place, but they don't seem to be wanting to do that very much. Instead, they're just chasing around goblins and dodging carts like a pro. Look at this. Oh, not that one though. Oh no, that was a bad hit. Oh, Melville, take care, you idiot. Okay, so maybe it was a mistake putting this trap hall so close to where the soldiers are going to be. Regardless, though, it looks like Melville's charging straight down into the southern weapon hall and, yeah, just going to town. Hacking goblins to pieces, trolls. Look at that, huh? You brave, wounded dwarf. In a martial trance now. Impressive. Having a look at his wounds, his right foot is mangled, his head is bruised, and his ribs are mangled. I guess that would happen if you take a couple of carts to the body, huh? Having a look into the actual fortress, unadulterated chaos. Looks like a lot of the warriors just didn't really care so much about the mine carts, just ignored them. Looking up to the north, I could see there are 8 mine carts here, so at least 8 of them were pushed down the tracks. Got another dwarf here, dancing around on the tracks. Probably trying to clean up corpses or something. Oh no, there they go. Oh, hey, let's not go into this hallway, dwarves. Okay, so this here is a pretty neat setup, but it seems to take a heavy toll on the dwarves. A lot of death. What I'm gonna try to do is get these carts to stop rolling for now. The siege is over, there's no more goblins, so we have that at least. So another dwarf goes sailing down the hall, screaming. These dwarves are really just intent on cleaning. They need to get this blood cleaned up. Oh my god, okay. Dwarves, get out of there. Stop going in this hallway. What is this, a baby there? There's 2 more just got slammed against the wall. Look at all these dwarves. Stop. Don't go in here. Very dangerous. Okay, we got those rollers shut off, so the carts should be slowing down now. Oh no. Yeah, that took a heavy toll, didn't it? So yeah, some refinement is necessary, it seems, but I think we're onto something here. Look at all that blood. I think most of it's goblin blood, so that's gotta count for something. But you know, at this point we got that whole goblin situation sorted out, and I think we should take ourselves a little break here, dwarves, don't you? Certainly looks like it. You can see all the dwarves here scurrying down to a new section of our fortress. Very exciting. Slow down. One at a time, dwarves. And here we have it. It's a new meeting hall of sorts. It's a long ring-shaped area, and you can see there's some chairs and tables in place, as well as a section in the middle surrounded by fortifications. And what this is Alanosesh Knemdobar Kelbembul Anil's brand new minecart jousting arena. Yes, you can see him right here if you look down below. Down here in the red corner, we have Arab Udib Zathud, the red jouster, a seasoned fortress mechanic. She knows this track better than most, and actually helped to design it. She's got a lot on the line, and the hopes of the fortress are behind her. Good luck to you, my friend. And then in the blue corner, we have Arash Mengrazat, the blue jouster. Longtime stonecrafter, her nerves are as cold and hard as the rock she carves. She jumped at the idea of riding a minecart down the tracks, and so here she is today. Good luck to you as well, my friend. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen here. I really don't even know what the end game is. I guess we'll see. Like, I have to imagine 2 solid gold minecarts smashing into one another like head-on is going to do something to the dwarves within, but what that is, I don't know. And so we're going to find out right now during our first tournament here. Jousters, get ready. To your carts. Let's get round 1 rolling. And here they go. They're in their carts. They're over the rollers, careening down the track at one another. Oh, okay. I guess that was it right there. Okay. Well, I was thinking there'd be a little bit more, I don't know. I was hoping for something a bit more spectacular than that, I guess. Well, breaking it down, as we saw there, the blue jouster was brought all the way back down to the end, but the red cart was stopped in the middle. I think that means the red cart wins, right? It wasn't pushed back. That's what we'll go with. Round 1 goes to Arab. Good job out there. What are you guys doing? Okay. We got some silliness afoot here. Stop riding the minecarts back and forth. Get ready. All right, let's try that again. Jousters, are you ready? Let's get those carts rolling. It's round 2. And, okay, all right, here we go. Blue cart was a little slow. Okay, okay, they hit again. And then the blue cart goes rolling all the way back once again. Round 2 to the red corner. It's gonna do 3 rounds, but I guess if that was it, then yeah, that's that. The red jouster wins. And to you goes the fabulous prize, a solid gold goblet. Congratulations, my friend. You've done the fortress proud. And now we need to revamp this thing, because this is not nearly deadly enough, is it? It needs something. Okay, here we are. That didn't take too long. We're gonna try it like this. You can see we have our 2 jousters, blue and red, each in their own little chamber. And now they're going to be jumping into solid gold minecarts again, and heading towards each other. But you can see now we have a ramp that leads downwards. And if we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces, you can see at this level here, they'll meet. Now this isn't quite as flashy as that other arena, but it'll still get the job done, I think. Minecarts go much faster down ramps than over rollers. So this should give us the spectacle we're looking for. Let's see. Jousters, are you ready? Let's do it. Get in those carts. Oh, okay, they're off. Down to the bottom. And okay, hey, man. Okay, oof. Oh no, that was a spectacle. Well, it was certainly more exciting than that last one, that's for sure. Didn't end up too well for these poor dwarves, but I suppose we knew that going in. Thank you for the show, you two. Back out here to the fortress now and re-examining the transit system. It's really a damn shame the thing didn't work quite as well as we would have liked, but it gets really finicky. One of the biggest problems is that soldier dwarves won't push minecarts, only civilians will. So when you have a squad of soldiers all stationed up, you have to take them off duty making them civilians, and then hope all the soldiers are the ones who push them immediately at the same time. And on top of that, you have to turn them back into soldiers before they get to the end of the track so they'll actually fight stuff. Yeah, it gets a little complex. Maybe someone out there could do it better than me. If you do, please get some screenshots and send them over. I'd love to see what you come up with. However, something that did work spectacularly are these minecart traps over here. I've done this a couple times now and they never fail to be successful. Minecarts and rollers are a perfect trap for a dwarven fortress. Absolutely chaotic and totally destructive. Really good stuff. And then there's the jousting. I'm not sure for how long a minecart holds its acceleration after it goes downhill a long distance, but if there was a long ramp at either end of this arena, do you think they'd maintain that acceleration enough to, kind of meet together and explode like they did? That's something I'd like to try. Just thinking about it now, like what about a roller coaster sort of a thing? Like just a big crazy track, out here in our totally devastated forest? That would be interesting. Yes, the possibilities never cease. Oh, and I can see now the dwarves are beginning to dehydrate and starve to death. Probably a good place to cut it. My bearded bastards, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching these crazy minecart antics, and I certainly hope to see you next time in Dwarf Fortress. And until then, you bearded bastards.